This is Suzanne from EFT-scripts.com, and thanks to a lovely viewer, we have our subject for today. It started with "Where do I belong?" and I'm tempted to go there. I can cover it in a future video, but it wouldn't be more than a plaster coverage. So I'd rather go for the deep coverage. The question was about attachment trauma. And attachment trauma, I'm just reading from what I've printed so that I'll be correct. It's a disruption in the important process of bonding between a baby or a child and his or her primary caregiver, such as mother, father, or guardian. Now, the trauma could be as obvious as abuse, whether physical, emotional, or sexual. And it also could be lack of affection, lack of praise. Some parents have not been brought up to appreciate praise, or perhaps they were praised a lot when they were children, but perhaps they're somewhere on the spectrum and they don't understand the importance of saying nice things or paying attention to a child. And of course, attachment trauma could occur in many situations. It could be traumatic experiences in the home whilst the baby or child is forming the bond, and it could also be from the result of absence of the primary caregiver. So let's say a mother who's depressed, who loves her child very much, but just can't give them the attention, is sitting on the sofa watching TV. So we've got things like divorce that can affect people if people are too busy with their divorce to pay attention to the child. Addiction is a big one, and it doesn't necessarily mean heroin. It could mean something as simple as cigarettes, even if that makes the person ill enough, or alcohol, definitely. Depression, I've also covered that. Depression, it could be postpartum depression, it could be depression for any other reason. It could be bipolar or schizophrenia. Also, parents who are affected by these conditions might not be able to pay attention to their children because they're too much in their own head. They've got their own problems to worry about. Doesn't mean that the child doesn't deserve attention. It just means the person is incapable, and therefore the child gets no attention or very little attention. There's also serious illness I've come across. For example, a parent that is suffering from cancer and both parents are keeping it from the children, or perhaps they're trying to involve the children, but whatever they do, the children feel left out, they're not being given attention. All the attention is on the person who's very ill and thinks that they're dying because the doctors think that they're dying. So it really depends on the situation. Or it could also be a death. Being so close to a primary caregiver, whether it's a parent, or maybe if that person grew up with a grandparent and the grandparent is quite old and then they died, and then that person has no parent effectively. So what to do? Well, what is needed is that we tap for the child. It's best to work for a few sessions with an EFT practitioner, but if that's not available to you, let's tap along to this video. I want you to get slightly specific and not too specific. I don't want you to be too specific as to need somebody to be there for you, keeping a safe space, because this is a video. But I also want you to be specific enough so that you can hit something and get a result that you can feel. So very simple. Just find an age when this disruption happened. I know there might be many ages, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Doesn't matter. The first age that comes to you is the appropriate one for today. There will be other ones to tap on, but the most important one will come for you today. So think of that age. On the count of 3, it will come to you. 1, 2, 3. What age do you get? Let's work on that. So, what I want you to consider is the following. I'll just get it. This is the part of you at that age. Here. Now, let's send this part of you love, unconditional love from an unlimited source. That part of you at that age, it's a part, so let's call it an aspect. And let's send this part of you healing. Let's send the aspect healing and unconditional love. Unconditional love that goes beyond anything. Let's envelop this aspect with love. Imagine being able to envelop it in love. And if you can't, just hold that thought. We'll be tapping on it. So now you've got a picture of the aspect. Keep that picture in your mind. We'll be tapping. So tap with me. No need for a setup, we're just going to go. I love this aspect. I want to help this aspect. I love this aspect. I want to help this aspect. I envelop this aspect in love. This aspect is deserving of love. I envelop this aspect in love. And just stay here and take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out love to the aspect. Let's do that again. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out love for the aspect. And one more time, take a deep breath in. And breathe out love for this aspect. Okay. Were you able to give love to the aspect? If not, stop here and keep repeating this tapping until you feel you can. Because this aspect is deserving of love. It didn't do anything wrong. It's not unlovable. It is lovable. So, let's tap one more time. I give love to this aspect. I want to help this aspect. Just tap along with me. I love this aspect. I want to give love to this aspect. I love this aspect. I surround this aspect with love. I surround this aspect with love. I transport this aspect to a place of safety and love. I choose to find a place, maybe even on an alternative planet, where I send this aspect, where this aspect is safe and loved. I send love to this aspect. And keep tapping, take a deep breath in. And breathe out love to this aspect. And again, tap, 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 take a deep breath in. And breathe out love to this aspect. One more time, take a deep breath in. And breathe out love to this aspect. Very good. Now I want you to think of this aspect again. We're going to go to an alternative planet. It's a place in our mind where this aspect can heal. And we're going to give this aspect a wonderful caregiver. Use your imagination. I really like something maybe from a film, like Mrs. Doubtfire, or The Sound of Music. The lady from The Sound of Music, I can't remember her name, but she sang a lot, and she was played by Julie Andrews. Something like that, some mythical character that enters into the aspect's life and gives the aspect love. Set your imagination free. For example, if you're into Star Trek, find a Star Trek character that fits the bill. Think of a character that would work. and allow this character to give this aspect love. And tap with me. This character loves my aspect. You can name the character. He or she loves my aspect. My aspect is loved and wanted. My aspect is loved and wanted. My aspect is important. My aspect is important. My aspect is loved and wanted. Take a deep breath in and breathe out unconditional love to this aspect. Take another deep breath in and breathe out love to this aspect. And lastly, when you breathe out, I want you to imagine the aspect receiving the love from this wonderful character that we've given your aspect. Receiving love on this alternate planet. Take a deep breath in and allow the aspect to receive the love. Very good. I've deliberately left numbers out so that you can do this video, let's say over and over again, 3 times per age. And do it for every age that comes to you. By 3 times, I don't mean 3 iterations in one go. I just mean play it. There might be tears as you play it once. So keep playing it until the tears stop, until you feel strong in yourself. And then on another day, play it another time. Again, if there are tears or whatever, just carry on until they stop and until you feel at a place of calm. And just do this 3 times on 3 separate days. And then when you're ready, come back to this video and try another age and see how you feel. I hope this helps. And from me and your wonderful, lovable aspect, goodbye for now.